Hello everyone. I shared a video on my Instagram talking about tracking scores, and it's basically why I enjoy it and also a tip that goes with it. So I'm actually going to post this video on YouTube, and it's just going to be a little bit more detail of if you're interested and want to learn a little bit more. This is going to have a little bit more detail on what I mean by tracking scores and what does it look like to actually track. Okay, so I'm going to use the whiteboard since it's up here and use this workout specifically. So this was an open workout that we did, and this can go for any kind of fitness thing that you're doing, whether that's a high rocks race, whether that's a mile run, if that's 100 burpees for time, whatever it is, you can use the same, I would say, not method, just process to evaluate your fitness. Okay, and it's fairly simple. I just wanted to spend a little bit more time on here. That's why I'm going to post this one to YouTube so you get a better idea. So I'm going to use this workout. I did this in 2024. I don't remember the time. I was just under the time cap. Okay, so what does it mean when you see progress? Okay, so using this workout, if I did this workout and I did 35 pounds, okay, so I did it in 2024 and I used 35 pounds. If I come in today and I use the 50-pound dumbbell, but my time is slower, I'm still showing improvements in fitness because I was capable of holding the heavier weight. Now, where you can get into some things of when we're talking about the stimulus of the workout. So if our goal today was 7 to 15 minutes on this workout, and we come in and we're like, hey, I'm going to try RX because in 2024 I did 35 pounds, then if we stay within that 7 to 15 minutes, awesome, cool. Now we are displaying that fitness. Now if it pushes us up higher into maybe 20 minutes with the 50 pounds, yes, that is still showing progress because you are able to go heavier, but we are losing some of that stimulus of trying to stay moving and going faster. So that's where, as a coach, or if you have a coach in your gym, that's where you can go and talk to them and see what adjustments are going to be best for you, especially on any specific day. Okay, so that's just a few ways you can see fitness, and that's by weight. The next is by time. So if I did this in 2024 and I used the 50 and I did it as written and I come in today and I go faster, then yes, I am displaying fitness overall in general because I did get faster during this. Okay, so this is where my training tip for Tuesday played in, and it was kind of beating. And it was tough because, yes, you are displaying fitness, but on the other end, if I came in and I went slower, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm less fit, which would be obviously the opposite of getting faster. I'm fitter than if I'm going slower, I'm not as fit. Not necessarily. And this is where I want to encourage you to write down more than just your scores, your times, and your weights. Because in our app, you're able to put notes. And in those notes, you can be as detailed or as little as detailed as possible. And I think when you're looking at this, especially if you're someone who gets discouraged about your scores, your weights, and you're like, man, I came in today and I went so much slower, okay? But also evaluate what's on the outside. So that comment box, you can use that to kind of talk about what's going on. So example, if I come in today and I go slower, I'm going to take a look. I'm like, what is going on in my life right now? Let's say you came in, you had a bad day of work. Let's say you came in and you didn't eat, and you typically do. Let's say you came in and you were super dehydrated. You didn't drink water all day yesterday. Or you were at a softball tournament yesterday and then you came in and did this workout. There are so many outside factors that we have to evaluate in order to say, hey, I'm less fitter. Now, that's why I would say it's very important to track and encourage you to not just write down what you see here and the relevance of just this. So for me today, I'd write down that I did 50 pounds and I did everything that was listed. So in our gym, we call that prescribed, and I did it as written on the board. Now, if I came in and I changed it, maybe I did 15 for the burpees, 9 for the burpees, and 6 for the burpees down here, because that's where I am limited for today to get that stimulus. Then I would write that in the notes. So next time this comes up, you're able to do that, but also take a look at your outside factors. How's work going? How are you doing as a person? How was your kid doing? If you have kids, were they sick that day? Were you worried about them? Are they going off to college and you were just thinking about that today when you came in? Those things matter, and especially when it comes to mindset and ensuring that we want to be in a positive headspace when we come, we have to take those things into consideration so we're not automatically downing ourselves when we are logging our scores and tracking our scores. So just because you went slower today, that doesn't mean that you're less fit or that your fitness is going out the window. It could just be giving you some insights to what's going on at the time versus what was going on when you first did this. So it's important to look at those things to see if maybe it's as simple as, hey, I need to eat before I come into the gym. Those are all things that we can use by just simply tracking. All right. I hope this helps. Have a great day.